Welcome. The next topic I'd like to get into is the Start menu. So the Start menu has definitely changed compared to the Windows 7 Start menu. So the first thing that I want to talk about is searching for items within the Start menu. So at this point, there's a couple ways to actually pull up the Start menu. One would be naturally to grab the mouse and click directly on the Start button, lower left-hand corner, or you can hit the Windows logo button on your keyboard, which is what I'll do at this point. Now, first thing you're going to notice, it definitely has changed. It's more colorful. You have tiles on the right side. You have your applications, most used items on the left-hand side. And then from there, you'll notice there's no start, or rather there's no search menu on the bottom. So with this one, if you want to do a search, you just pull up the Start menu and then start typing. Then it'll pop up automatically for you after. So for example, if I'm looking for Microsoft Word, I'll just simply type in Word, and then it switches over to the search portion for you. So a lot of people sort of look at that and wonder where it went, but again, just start typing and then it'll pull up for you automatically. And then at that point, it's very similar to what you had in the old version. You'll notice that we have any applications that meet that match, any recent files, any other applications down below. Now the next thing I want to do, I'm going to click outside of that and go back onto that Start menu and show you how to another method for searching. So again, you can either type in what you're looking for, or if you just want to get to the A's or the S's, you'll notice, for example, up here on the top, it breaks it down by letter. So these are all the applications and items that begin with A, and then you have B, C, all the way down. So if I want to get to the S's, a quick way to do this is simply click on the A or B, whatever you see there. And when you click on it, then it takes you over to the alphabet, and then I click on the letter S as an example. And now I can get into Skype, I can get into settings, I can do whatever I want at that point with a simple click. So it's another way to navigate, either type in what we're looking for, type on the letter, and that'll give you the alphabet for you. So let me hop out of this. And from here, I just want to also point out that you can actually change the size of the entire Start menu itself. So if I come over here to the edge, notice how I have a scroll bar for scrolling up and down, but just to the right of that, I can actually resize this as well. So I can click and hold on this, and I can pull it out, make it a little bit bigger to show more tiles, or I can even go up here to the top, make it a little bit smaller, make it a little bit taller, whatever you want to do at this point. So it'll remember that point from that point on. So personally, I like to have it a little bit smaller. So I'm going to go back over here, go to the resize handle, and then pull it back in. All right, so now, let's say, for example, that you want to search for an item and then you want to pin it. So let's say you want to bring Skype over here on the right-hand side. So one way to do it, again, is to just type in the word Skype. So I have Skype popping up, and then at this point, I can right-click on Skype, and then I can choose Pin to Start menu. There it is down here. Now in this case, I don't want to have to scroll down. If I'm using Skype often, now I can take Skype and pull this all the way to the top if I want to. So I can rearrange this. So by doing that, I can simply click and drag. And you notice as I'm dragging it, the other items will automatically move out of the way. So if I want to move it up here, here's a nice little spot right over here. But notice how everything will adjust automatically depending on where you go. So I'm going to pull it right over here. And there you go. Nice, quick, easy way to search for it, and then drag it over to any location you want as a tile. Now, you can also size the tiles. You can make them bigger, you can make them smaller. So if you notice here, Microsoft Edge is quite big. So I can go over here and I can right-click on Edge, and I can go down to Resize. And not all of them will have all these choices, by the way. So this particular one has small, medium, wide, and large. Other ones will just have small and medium, just so you know. So in this case, let's say I want to go to small. And notice, very, very small, but of course that's great if you want to bring in more items without having to scroll up and down. So now, I'm going to make it the same size as the other ones, which is medium. So I'm going to right-click on Internet Edge, and I'm going to go to Resize, and then go to Medium. So a nice, quick, easy way to go through and manage that. Also, if you want to unpin any of these, I can simply right-click on it, right-click on the item, and go to Unpin from Start. And that's how you can get rid of any items you don't need. So it's a wonderful little tool. So again, you can resize them, you can move them, and you can search for items, all from the Start menu. All right, the next thing that I want to show you is how to go in and actually pin your recently used items from, for example, Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel. I don't know if you've noticed, but if you go into Microsoft Word and go to File Open, you have a recent list sitting in there in Office 2016. So you can also pin there within the application, or you can pin directly from the Start menu as well. So in this case, since I'm here, if I have particular files that I want to pin in Word, I can right-click on Word 2016. And then right here, you have a recent list. And as I hover over the items, notice that a little push pin pops up to the right-hand side. And then at that point, if it's horizontal, that means it's not pinned. So if I want to pin it, I can actually come over here to CTS, for example, click on the push pin, and now that goes up to the pinned section. Now that'll always be in that location for us, which is wonderful. It's a great time saver. So I can click on that, open up Word, and open up the file within Microsoft Word.